What's up, guys? This is Kephas.
Welcome to Class Course, where we take a brief look at a specific class in World of Warcraft and break down the essentials of their core rotation. This isn't a comprehensive guide, it's designed to get you up and running. So, to keep things short and simple, we're just going to focus on the rotation for now. But if you're curious about the talent build I'm using for this guide, the link is in the description. Today we're going to talk about how to play a Frost Death Knight, which is actually a fairly straightforward class. Really, it all comes down to managing your procs and your resources. Your main resource as a Frost Death Knight are your runes, which will regenerate passively as you use them. You'll be spending your runes primarily on Obliterate. As you use runes, you will generate runic power, which you can spend on Frost Strike. Using Obliterate has a chance to activate Rime, making your next Howling Blast deal more damage and consume no runes. So whenever Rime is activated, use Howling Blast. If your target is below 35% health and you have 3 or more runes, you can spend one on Soul Reaper. While Soul Reaper is a good ability to use, it's not worth depleting all your runes, because you can also spend one rune on Remorseless Winter, which you want to try and keep on cooldown. Now, at this point, the priority of some of your abilities might start to shift, because whenever you use Frost Strike, you will activate 2 buffs. Icy Talons, which will increase your auto attack speed, and Unleashed Frenzy, which will increase your strength. Both of these buffs will last 10 seconds and they can stack up to 3 times. So when it comes to activating and stacking these buffs, Frost Strike becomes a much higher priority. Icy Talons is particularly useful because whenever your auto attacks critically strike, you will activate Killing Machine, making your next Obliterate deal even more damage. So whenever Killing Machine is activated, Obliterate becomes your highest priority. When you're fighting multiple targets, you can start using Death and Decay on cooldown, because whenever you're standing in your Death and Decay, your Obliterate will hit multiple targets. Also, if you've chosen the Glacial Advance talent, you can start spending your runic power on that instead of Frost Strike. Now, if you're following the Deathbringer hero path, then using Reaper's Mark will become your highest priority. This ability has a 45-second cooldown and it will cost 2 runes. This is best used in tandem with your main DPS cooldown, Pillar of Frost. This ability will increase your strength for a short duration and you always want to try and use it whenever it's available. You can also use Raise Dead on cooldown to summon a ghoul to fight alongside you for a whole minute. You can also use Empower Rune Weapon on cooldown to increase your haste, as well as your rune and runic power regeneration for a short duration. Keep in mind that using all of these cooldowns together as much as possible can be very effective. This also applies to our last 2 damaging abilities that both have much longer cooldowns, and neither of them will consume any of your resources, so you simply want to use them whenever they're available. First is Abomination Limb, which you can use whenever it's available, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so it's a lower priority ability. Also, be mindful when you use it because it will pull enemies to you. This can be great if you're in a situation where enemies need to be grouped up, so you can either be very helpful for your tank or you can annoy them. Last up is Frostworm's Fury, which will deal a ton of damage to enemies in a straight line in the direction that you are facing. Try and use this one on cooldown as well, but again, be mindful because this ability has a pretty big range and you can hit far more enemies than you intend, which can again make things harder on your tank. And that should hopefully be enough to help get you started with Frost Death Knights. I've tried to cover as much ground as I can, but keep in mind that Frost Death Knights have a lot of build variety, but I've chosen to go with one that I felt was much more beginner friendly. But I do hope this video was helpful for you, and if it was, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. But with all that being said, I will see you guys on the next one.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that like button, and feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. And if you'd like to see more videos, you can subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. You can also follow me on Facebook, and if you'd like, you can support my work on Patreon. Links to all that stuff can be found in the description below. This is Kephas. Until next time.